Hey there, and welcome back to Tim Talks Cooking. Today we are talking flaxseed meal tortillas, my friend. That's right, keto, gluten-free flaxseed meal tortillas. I think you're going to love this recipe. It's super simple, only 3 ingredients. Let's get started. Here's what you'll need to make this great recipe. Starts off with 2.5 cups of brown flaxseed meal. You could use golden flaxseed meal as well. About a teaspoon of kosher salt. You might want to use a little less or a little more depending on your taste. And 1 3/4 cup of water. You're also going to need a tortilla press or a rolling pin and some parchment paper. To begin with, I've heated the water to boiling in the microwave, or you could do that on the stovetop as well. I'm going to combine the salt with the flaxseed meal and give it a nice stir. And next, we're just simply going to add our water and continue stirring. Flaxseed meal is pretty absorbent, as you'll notice while I stir this. And so we're going to combine this well. You could do this in a food processor if you like, but as you can see, it's not really much of a challenge. And here it's made a pretty loose kind of a dough or even a batter. Look at that, it's pretty thin, but it will thicken up. We're going to let this set uncovered for about 10 minutes. While we're waiting, let's prepare some squares of parchment for the tortilla press. Here I've got a nice, relatively square sheet of parchment paper. I'm going to fold it in half. And then into quarters. Just like that. And we're just going to cut these squares apart. I've turned the dough out here onto a Silpat sheet. This will just make cleanup a little easier. You'll notice as you handle this, that flaxseed meal, once you've soaked it in water, it gets a little sticky and sort of slimy. We don't really need this very much. We don't need to knead it. There we go. I'm going to make 12 tortillas out of this. And so I'm going to just line it up in a shape that'll be easy for me to cut into 12 pieces. And then I'll cut each of these into thirds. Like that. And let me just show you too. Afterwards, I'm going to roll them into balls. I'm now to be ready to put in the tortilla press. And here's what we end up with. We have 12 more or less equal sized balls of dough. We're going to turn each of these into a tortilla. To make our tortillas, we're going to place a piece of parchment paper in the tortilla press. In goes one of our dough balls. Another square of parchment on top. Keep it more or less in the center. And then give it a press. And there we have it. As you can see here, in the end, you end up with a nice stack of tortillas all ready to fry up. To cook the tortillas, you want to start by preheating your non-stick skillet over medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes before you get started. I've already done that. I've got a nice hot surface here. We want to cook these quickly, and so I'm going to take the tortillas, slap them down in there, remove the paper gently. See how nicely that moves around in there? That's exactly what we want. After about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, give it a flip and cook it for another minute on the other side. We're going to put this on a rack to cool and get started on another. And here's our final product. Look at this, it's pliable. It's actually very nice. I think these are going to make some great tacos or enchiladas. And it's time to give them a taste. I made myself a little taco out of this with some odds and ends out of the fridge. I had some leftover barbecue pork, a little cheese, some salad greens, a little green sauce. Let's give it a try. Really nice. The tortilla is really soft, but it holds together well, as you can see. Holding all my ingredients here, no problem. It tastes really good. It has a really nice nutty flavor. It has that great nutty flaxseed flavor. These are high in fiber. They've got a lot of omega-3s and good stuff in them. I hope you'll try these because they're pretty good. I also hope that you will like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel. It helps it grow, and it helps you find my videos, especially if you click on that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time I upload videos a couple of times a week. Thanks for joining us here today at Tim Talks Cooking. We'll catch you next time.